Oh, dang. See, I wasn't ready. Had me all nervous.
That stirs naked glance. Grab your hats, y'all. H.I.'s going live on YouTube. Where to subscribe? With the boots on the ground, a cam in her hand. H.I.'s patrolling this great land. Through city streets and back road dust. She's watching the watchers in her we trust. Streaming live from dawn to night. She's the voice of justice, the beacon of light. H.I. standing tall and proud. Country heart, her voice ain't loud. Tune in on YouTube, see her stance. She's telling the stories that make you glance. Under the neon lights or the setting sun, H.I.'s work is never done. From the sheriff's misdeeds to the city patrol, her lens is sharp, she's on a roll. Investigating truths with a country flair. On YouTube, you'll find it there. So hit that subscribe, ring the bell for more. H.I.'s got stories galore. On YouTube's trail, she rides ahead. Champion of the free, just like she said.
Yay! Welcome in, everybody. We'll have
Welcome
to.
in, people.
We got Topher Live. We have Claiborne, Vic Ferrari in the house. Let's see. We had Culture Club. Welcome, welcome. Steve ABQ. We got Frank Pants. Tack. Whoop, whoop. John DiNicola. We have Nikki. Light Up Your Life. Let's see. We have Joko. Midwest. Howdy. Howdy. Angel K.
Midwest.
Birdie. Let's see. I think I might. And what's up, bestie? So we're trying this vertical thing. I think. I don't know. I don't know how it's coming in. Hey, honey, welcome in. Yay! Oh, my camera. Let's fix it. So tonight, we're gonna go over the tyranny that's going on in Louisiana, and my guest is Truth Be Told. He came into Austin. It's been like a month ago already, and we did a video together. So we're gonna show that one, and then we have 3 videos that Truth Be Told did, and we're gonna get to it, and we can answer questions. Angel K says, "What's up, Truth Be Told?"
What's
Freeside,
up,
welcome
everybody?
in. Struck by lightning, welcome in. All right, let's see if I can do this. Boom.
Thanks
Tyranny.
for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on here. That's a definite. And it seems like it's getting worse by the day. The retaliatory just won't stop. Midwest accountability. What's up, brother? Undocumented. Everybody. Welcome in, John Danicola. Joko, always glad to see you, brother.
Hey, girl, what's up? Culture Club, welcome back in. I know you're live. Woohoo! All right. So this is the one that we did when you visited Austin. We were sitting in a parking lot, and we saw some suspicious activity going on. Looked like maybe possible car thieves or something. You be the judge. Here we go. They're looking to see what can be seen. Can you hear it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's coming through on my end.
She's coming this way.
It's called the Plain View documentary.
So, just to let y'all know, we were sitting there taking a break as we were walking 6th Street.
Wow, that's crazy.
And
We're in the parking lot.
we're sitting in the parking lot, and this police cruiser pulls in like kind of fast, wouldn't you say? Like,
Oh, yeah.
and then stopped like almost right in front of us. And we
Yeah, I
were
thought they were
like,
going to say something to us. Yeah, I
we
really
thought
did.
they
I
were
thought
going
they
to
were
say
going
something
to.
or run our tags or something. Welcome in, Wingspan. And then so they drove down and we kind of lost sight of them. And then as we're sitting there, finishing our cigarette, this happens.
An APD is taking a flashlight, walking through, searching
And
cars.
we parked downtown Austin, and this cop down here parked, and he is searching everybody's car with a flashlight.
So this
Literally
was a
walking through the parking
female
lot, searching people's cars
Austin police officer.
with a flashlight.
Right. There were two officers in the car, but she
That's
was his passenger, basically.
what he's doing, or
It's a she.
what she is doing. Okay.
Oh.
What she is doing, she's just searching people's car, walking through the parking lot, walking around with a flashlight.
Thank you, Undoctrinated. It's also listed in the descriptions as well as the videos, guys.
See what this woman's doing? She's literally walking around this parking lot, using the plain view doctor and looking into people's car. See what she can see.
So right here you see this vehicle. She was going to this one. She should have gone to this one because she did all of these back here. You know what I mean? So she
Yes.
should have gone to this one. And then, she realizes that we're, really filming, and then she, runs like a duck.
Yeah. She
Yes,
already she already searched at least 8 cars, walking around each car, shining the flashlight in, and
back that way
seeing
instead
she
of
could
doing
see
this
people's
vehicle
cars.
right by us.
Yeah.
She walked the other way. She walked back to her car. Yep. Oh, I know she did. She looked straight at me. She's going to get in the car right now. Yeah, her police vehicle. Well, actually, she's standing outside now. Now she opened the door. And she's
I was trying to
sitting
give play-by-play.
That's crazy. Like, I've never seen that happen.
And Toll for Life and I have hit, 6th
just
Street
put
quite
their-
often, and we park right around the same area and
Yeah,
never.
they just turn their lights on.
Welcome in, Duke City. Welcome in, Queen Kaylin.
Yeah, once she realized that we were filming, she completely stopped and took off the other way.
Right. So you hear the car door. This is truth be told. He's like, no, I'm going to go. And he got out the car and he was gone.
This is the female cop right here that was walking around with a flashlight, looking in everybody's cars in the parking lot. Gets 1409051.
Welcome in, Oklahoma. Dicky, dicky, dicky. Ozymandia, hello. Good to see you. Thanks, Mods, for sharing links. I appreciate it. So right here, you catch them and they're doing their stuff on the laptop, whatever it is they're doing.
Right. They were mad dogging me on the whole way around the vehicle. She didn't see me tuck over here behind this other car. I tried to zoom in on the laptop to see exactly what they were doing, which was, I think, it is paid parking there. So, but I don't think that their systems are set up through any of the paid parking. It would have to be through the state, but they probably have
So they're
access. They might
probably,
have
well, I
access
mean,
to
she wasn't just looking in the car though, right? She was looking in the windshield at VIN number. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, there's
There
no telling exactly.
Yeah.
But
And
once
right
they
there,
realized
she notices it, right?
yeah, she noticed that I was standing there trying to film the laptop. So she reaches over, taps him, they shut the laptop, and they decide to take off on us.
Right.
But then I didn't see it, but you saw it. They started filming us, right?
Right. Yeah. It'll right here. This is me filming, walking up to them as they're, passing me. And look, I'll show you. See your phone right there? She
Yeah.
has it held up. She's recording us. We're recording you, recording us. So, yeah, that was exciting. That was
Yeah. That
definitely
that's what we call fishing. They were trying to find anything and everything, you know,
right.
if they were just looking at bins, but she was clearly looking in back seats, front seats, anything that she could possibly see to. And it makes me wonder, even if they did find something, they were going to wait for the owners to come back to the car, or it's just
Right. Well, I
ridiculous.
mean, exactly. Like, I mean, and I had somebody in my comments say, um, well, why didn't you call the cops on them for being suspicious or looking like a thief? And I'm thinking to myself, what would that do? Like, first of all, they're not going to send somebody. They already have somebody down there. You know what I mean? Like, that would not do any good whatsoever.
Trolls say hilarious things sometimes. They really do. And I think it's more or less they just don't get it. It's like the common sense is wiped right out with them. That's trolls for you.
Right. So, okay. This video I liked, and so that's why I picked it to show it. You actually stopped speed trap from going on. And like
Correct.
I was just laughing. Like I've never seen this. I mean, granted, this is Louisiana, not Texas. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so, but yeah, I thought it was brilliant. I really did. So we're gonna play it.
What's up, y'all? Out here in Denham Springs, we got a couple officers over here running speed trap on these cars.
And it's funny. Half the comments were talking about the dead deer on the side of the road. I was like, he wasn't dead. He was taking a nap. So leave him alone.
Oh, right there. I really
Yeah.
didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That deer got half my comments on this video.
Welcome
He
in,
was
next
taking a
habit.
nap. He was taking a nap. He was all right.
Yeah, but so this was just and
Parked
they're
over here at
parked
the
by a
strip.
church.
Yeah. Some of the most hypocritical people are cops, and they probably go to that church.
Y'all catching a lot of people or what? Not gonna say nothing.
Please
I'm
drop
just gonna
Hey
stand here and watch
Honey's
y'all.
link if y'all
How about
haven't
that?
already,
Will that
and
work?
Birdie P. Thank you, mods.
It's not good to dox people either on camera. So
He told me to go home, Daniel, is what he told me. Go home, Daniel. I'm on a first name basis with these police departments out here. They like the docs.
see, today's a good day. I should have brought my sign and stood up the street and warned people. Road piracy at its best, right here.
So that's the first time I heard that, but that was funny. I'll say something
But
in a
they're
minute.
pretty smart. They don't like to answer questions. It's pretty decent. Look at this. What's y'all's names and badge numbers? These are what we call mute cops right here. There they go, people.
Welcome in,
Busted
Brendan
their little
Mitchell.
hideout spot that they were catching people on. Moving on to the next spot, more than likely. Since they don't want to ID, let's go ahead and get their plate numbers, unit number. We got 6-8.
So one thing I want to say real quick, what I find hilarious. Okay, they're how many feet away from their patrol cars? Right? I mean, if somebody goes by speeding, okay, they've got to run back to their police car, get in it, get on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, and once somebody notices that they're coming, they're gonna go. You know what I mean? Like they're gone.
Yeah, especially if they're trying to run. But usually I've seen them do this in other places. Here in Louisiana, they will, of course, standing out by the road on the sidewalk. You can't see them because they're on a bend, but I've seen them flag people down, wave them down, and point towards the parking lot, make them pull into the parking lot. So, but yeah, if they're already going too fast or going by, they would have to get in one of their cars in order to even chase them down. But I've
Right.
seen them flag them down and point towards the parking lot. But I've seen them actually stop people in the parking lot doing how they were doing it. But if somebody had a warrant or didn't want to stop, they could easily take off up the street. So
Right.
Zero,
That's just crazy.
female officer. And we have plate number DS413. And we got officer likes the docks 652.
Likes the ducks. And they
Plate
refuse to
number
give their name
of
and badge number, right?
DS417.
yeah, I asked them, and that's why I was calling them mute cops
Getting to move
because they
around
didn't
people.
know what their name and badge number was. But yet they're going to sit there and dox me.
Feels good to save people.
Awesome. So what do y'all think about that one, guys, in chat? That's pretty crazy, huh? All right, let's see. So this one was yesterday, right?
Yeah, night before last.
Night before last. So you want to kind of give a rundown and tell people in the audience who haven't seen this, kind
Yeah,
of. Go ahead.
I was on my way home, and I was approaching a stop sign and looked to my left and realized that there was a Livingston Parish deputy. And I had my window down, so I stuck my arm out the window and simply gave the cop a bird. Just test to see
Bird,
how they
bird,
react to
bird.
certain
Bird is a
situations.
word.
Yeah, how they act in certain situations. And I was already slowing down because there was a stop sign like within
You were
100
approaching a
feet.
stop sign.
Yeah, I was approaching a stop sign, so I was already slowing down for that stop sign. And next thing I know, he comes, yanks out of the parking lot and pulls up behind me while I'm stopped at the stop sign. I end up going straight through the stop sign. Within 1/8 of a mile, he hits his lights, he activates his lights, and pulls me over. Guess what? In a church parking lot. So he pulls me over in this church parking lot, and that's what they do a lot here in Louisiana. They love to use Pennsylvania versus Mims. They love to get people out of their vehicles as soon as they stop them. I've been stopped 3 times here in Louisiana, and all 3 times they never approach my vehicle. They like to use Pennsylvania versus Mims, which is
Right.
pretty much, it's horrible the way that they do it. But he orders me out of the vehicle, so I get out of the vehicle, and of course at that moment is when I ask him, what is a traffic stop for? At this point, I already knew what the traffic stop was for because I done gave this dude the bird. And
Right.
so he decided to retaliate. And this is what happens next. He gets me out of the car, and I go walking up to him, and, I do what I do best, and that's hold him accountable.
Right. Brandon Mitchell, we are watching Truth Be Told audits at the moment. Welcome in, Izzy.
Izzy, what's up,
Trucking
girl?
with
What's up?
Callahan, welcome in. I don't think I got you. And I just want to say, much love, Midwest. Midwest donated to the channel, so that is awesome. I can't thank you enough.
Midwest is a good guy.
One
He
of
really
these
is.
days I'll get super chats or something, but anyway. All right, let's play this video and y'all tell us what you think.
What's up, people? Out here in Denham Springs.
Driver.
What?
Driver exit vehicle.
Pencil.
So is this something that it happens to you often? Like them asking you to exit the vehicle? Because
Yeah, all 3 times every time, even with the other Denham Springs interaction, they ordered me out of the vehicle. All 3 times I've been stopped here in Louisiana, they automatically order the driver out of the vehicle, and they have them approach the
and
front of their vehicle. Basically.
they've been at nighttime though, right? All of them?
Yes, all of them has been at night. Yes,
I'm
'cause that's
just
usually when they bring
curious,
them out.
because isn't that what they use, officer safety? That's why they ask you to come or get out of the vehicle.
Right,
Because see,
right.
in Texas,
The Supreme Court allows them to get you out for officer safety, which is, we all know officer safety is cowardness. It's nothing more, nothing less. But
right?
they definitely, they're scared to walk up to the vehicles here. But Baton Rouge is, becoming the #1 state for murder and stuff like that. So they use officer safety more than any other verbiage in the states, than any other law that they could possibly try to throw at somebody.
Oh, wow. Izzy, thank you. She has made a donation to the channel. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate it. Okay. So, okay, let me ask you this. In Texas, I'm sure you've been pulled over once or twice. Have you ever been ordered to exit the vehicle in Texas?
Not in Texas. They've all approached the vehicle
Have you ever
either
seen?
on the passenger side or driver's side.
Have you?
Okay, I've seen in Texas, the state troopers will do that there. I haven't seen any individual police department pull anybody out of the vehicle, but definitely the state troopers, when they're on the highway, is the only people in Texas that I've seen having to be ordered out of the vehicles, the state troopers. But I've never seen San Antonio or Converse or Universal City or Live Oak, Texas, pull
Okay.
anybody out of the vehicle. They've always approached.
I mean, that's just, I don't know. I guess maybe that's just me. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Pennsylvania versus Mims. Are you afraid for your safety?
Didn't tell you.
Can I help you?
Come back here. You're on traffic stop.
I know I'm on a track. And what's the reason for the traffic stop? The middle finger?
You stopped in the middle of the road.
I did not stop in the middle. I was slowing for the stops. I was slowing down. I did not. You liar. It's all on dash cam.
It's all on my camera.
Okay, well then let's take it to court. Let's take it to court then. Let's take it to court then. What's your name and badge number?
Do you have your driver's license?
Yes, I do. But I did not stop in the middle. It's in the car. Oh no, I have it on me actually. But so that's the reason. So that's the reason for the stop. You said?
Yes.
Stopped in the middle of the road.
Yes.
You know this is a unlawful search and seizure, right? You know, hey, you know.
So like he kept a straight face the whole time. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't going to give you nothing. And then right there, when you made that comment, he chuckles like, oh, all right. You know what I mean?
Well, he knew that he was messing up. You know, like I said, nobody ever films the police, you know, like they should be doing on every single traffic stop. So when he sees me get out, you know, with the camera, he was already on guard and he was already, you know, not necessarily knew who I was. But like I said, you know, Livingston Parish, I've had one officer tell me one time that they are told not to address the guy with the camera that walks up on the traffic stops. Same thing with Denham Springs, Louisiana, and as well as Walker, Louisiana.
Right.
You know,
so real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but Oklahoma,
No,
yes, that is right. Four Corners did get arrested today on live. Said he had a warrant, tow for life, and I was watching it, so we did see it. I don't know any current information, but I do know that. So
y'all make sure to put his link in chat and get him some support over there to his channel. And
know who I am?
I don't care who you are.
I don't care who you are either.
Frankly, so
because I gave you the middle finger. This officer right here, because I get. What's your name and badge number?
My name is Deputy Pittman. My badge number is LP376. Give
LP.
me your license.
So you're gonna get my license for me flipping you off?
No, for you stopping in the middle of the road.
I did not stop in the middle of the road. I got proof. I got proof.
For the record, I don't know if I said welcome, but welcome.
Don't go back to the car.
Don't go back to. I know Pennsylvania versus Mims. Trust me, I already know laws better than you do. Way better. I know laws way better than you do.
Yes, sir.
And because I flipped you off, really? That's the best you could do? That's the best you. And don't snag my fucking license.
So what happened there? When he
while you were talking, he of course asked my driver's license, and then whenever I pulled out my driver's license, he immediately reaches over and snags my license out of my hands. And we don't have to give him, the only thing we have to do is display the license. We don't necessarily have to give it to him. But the second I got my license out of the wallet, he just reaches over. You can see him on video. You want to back it up, but you can see him reach over and just snatch the license out of my hands. And he grabs it and he starts taking off. And of course, I call him a fucking dickhead because, the way that he, snagged the license out of my hands. And he immediately turns around. You can tell he got triggered. But at the same time, he was being held accountable at the same time. And then he, tells me to stay in front of his car. I know that, on a traffic stop that, Pennsylvania versus Mims, I know better than to go back to my car because it's more conflict at the end anyways.
Right.
But then as soon as he goes back to his car, I address all these issues to him on how he's doing everything wrong. But yeah, he snagged it. And, I don't ever really go off on the cops, but this fool right here had me hot right here. He had me aggravated, and like I said, I shouldn't have been stopped in the first place. This was 100% retaliatory stop because I gave him the bird. So, you know, but you'll see here in a second, it took him, you know, I did some editing, but you know, it took him 15 minutes just to look through his computer to figure out what kind of ticket to retaliate with. But if you notice at the beginning, he says that I stopped in the middle of the road, but then later on, he admits that I didn't stop in the middle of the road, that I was continuously driving, but I slowed down. But of course, I'm slowing down for the stop sign that I'm about to approach. So, but it was a retaliatory ticket that he wrote.
All right, here we go. We're going to keep watching.
Said I stopped in the middle of the road. Because I flipped him off, people, saying I stopped in the middle of the road.
What's up, Caucasian Sasquatch?
This is what you get for giving a cop a middle finger right here. Said I stopped in. Lying cop, lying piggy right here. More retaliation because I gave him the burn. And this is a Livingston Parish deputy right here. And I only have to present my license to you. I don't have to hand it to you. I don't like the way you took it from me.
I was all talking and I was muted. Welcome in, Caucasian, Lenny, retired user. Okay, I think I got everybody. My bad.
That's like theft. You know, I only have to present my license to you. I don't have to give it to you. And the way you snagged it from me, dude, come on, man, really?
Welcome
Be
in, Lady
professional.
J.
You stopped the wrong one tonight, buddy.
Toby modding like heck.
What you looking at? You trying to figure out how to get out of this or what?
Straight out. That's what he was doing. He was looking up everything.
Officer stopped me because of middle finger. You're the very first one. All the other ones didn't care. But you? Oh, man.
And the whole time he's just sitting there mad dogging me.
You're the first one. Congratulations.
All right, sir.
Is your body cam on?
It is on. Turns on with the
So
here's your license back, sir.
All right. So it's your word against my body, or the dash cam, right? That I stopped, or was I slowing down?
Sure, whatever.
Okay.
Say you begin traffic citation for the general speed law, okay? Slowing down, obstructing the flow of traffic. You're gonna sign right here at the exit. Not admission of guilt. So you understand the charge and your court date, which is July 11th.
That's correct.
So he got a ticket for the general speed law. And what he's claiming is that it says, no person shall operate or drive a motor vehicle upon the highways of the state at such a slow speed as to impede the normal and responsible movement of traffic, is what the ticket was for.
Right. And a couple of things on that. It was just on a back road. There was no highway involved. And literally a ghost town. There was no obstructing any flow of any traffic when there was zero traffic. It was because, I put my middle finger out the window, and it was 100% retaliatory stop. He stopped me because, and then like I said, it took him 15 minutes to come up with that cheesy law ticket that he wrote me, but he clearly stated in the beginning of the video that I stopped. Twice he says that I stopped, but
Right.
then all of a sudden it turned 2 times of stopping into a slowdown. But of course I was slowing down because I was approaching a stop sign within 100 feet from when I started slowing down. But of course, he had to double down. Basically, everybody knows he had to double down and write something, because, and I tried to get him to admit it there at the end, that, trying to get him to say either I slowed down or stopped. But of course, that's when he just, kind of chuckles and says, yeah, okay. Because he knew that, he knew where I was trying to aim. He knew what I was trying to do at the same time. That's the reason, he got silent and didn't say nothing else after that. But that's the reason I laughed, because knowing what he exactly pulled me over for, and then all of a sudden writes a ticket that has nothing to do with what he originally pulled me over for.
Right. So John DeNicola says, what pisses me off about this is you have to take time out of your day to go fight this garbage.
Right. And, I know it's going to be dismissed, and, even if he even shows up to court. But of course, this just happens, Wednesday night. So Monday I'm going in, of course, I'm going to go do the whole workout. I'm going to go do the, open records request on his dash cam. I want his body cam because I want to see what he was saying while he was in the car. And,
right.
I've gotten body cam footage, and everybody knows that some of the stuff that they say whenever they don't think that they're on camera or think that I'm going to go get the body cam ends up showing a lot more than what the traffic stop is really about. Because I want to know what he was saying in the car. I want to know, what he was saying before he pulled me over and a little bit after, you know what I mean? Because,
right.
But
I mean,
if
that will
Livingston
help your
Parish has been
case of
known,
being retaliatory. I mean, you've
right,
gotten some good, and it's, on his channel, guys, but he's gotten some good, footage of the cop, saying stuff before and after the stop, interactions with truth be told. And some of it is just mind blowing,
right. That's the
Um,
reason I definitely go get it, because I want, that's the whole purpose of my channel, is to expose, the disregard they have for the people that they stop, and the disregard of people using freedom of speech. And, it's completely ridiculous. But, like I said, that's what I'm here to do. Is I'm trying to wake the American people up to, because, I get a lot of hate and comments, too. And
right,
I mainly ignore it all. But, I know that some people think that cops can't do no wrong, even though there's hundreds of thousands of videos out there proven for it to be wrong.
right,
And, that's what I'm going to continue doing. But I'm definitely Livingston Parish out here, though. They're real good about not wanting to give open records requests. But if anything comes up, of course, just stay tuned to my page, and I'm going to be putting stuff on my community page, all the updates. And I do plan on following through with all of this. So,
right. So we have a troll up in the chat, but they wanted to ask you. Let me see. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh, retired user wanted to ask what. So why did you flip the cop off?
why did I flip the cop off? Because it is, we should be able to protest our government in any way that we want to. It's no matter what, it's going to be under freedom of speech. If you walk into a building doing an open records request, I mean, they're supposed to take care of us. But the freedom of speech is basically what I was doing whenever I flipped that cop off. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be able to protest our government, and that's all it was a protest. It's no worse than standing in front of, auditors, standing in front of police stations saying "fuck the police" on a sign to see if, if they're going to be approached on the sidewalk for having a sign. I mean, it's all freedom of speech, and I'm trying to stand up for the First Amendment and let people know that there is a freedom of speech, and we shouldn't be retaliated against for our freedom of speech. And this was a clear thing of, a First Amendment rights violation, and in this one, a Fourth Amendment rights violation, because it was a retaliatory stop for papers, persons, and effects. For him trying to get my ID for simply just giving him the bird.
And there you go. So, all right, moving on. The next video we have, so this was the day after or night after of the one we just saw currently. Oh, hold on. This one, correct? The officer discussion. Are you
Yeah.
there? Okay. This happened the next night after the retaliatory stop, correct?
Correct. This was the next night, and the same officer that had stopped me the night before was on this
Was
traffic stop.
involved. Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Walker, Louisiana. Got these two Livingston Parish deputies searching this vehicle over here. And we have LP328 unit.
Welcome in, Snark and Sass.
Snark and Sass, what's up, girl?
Lenny also said hello. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh no, I'm in and out of the chats. I'm watching video
Okay.
too. Same. What's up, Lemon? Glad to see you, brother.
So they're searching this vehicle, correct? When you walk up on it.
Well, I of course, from when I'm walking, you know, I don't know exactly what's going on the scene,
Mhm.
but the guy you'll see in a little bit, he tells me that I asked him at first, I was like, did you let him search a car, or did they ask to search a car? And he said that they asked, and of course, you know, I told him it's not a good thing to let them search a car because, you know, they've been known to plant drugs and do other things to innocent people just to make their quota. But he ends up telling me that he let him in the car to get in the passenger seat to get in the glove box because that's where his title was sitting. This guy was completely driving with no insurance, no state inspection, no tags on the vehicle whatsoever. He's a car salesman out of Louisiana.
And so the officer, right here, if y'all can see my arrow, this is the officer, correct? That
Correct.
stopped you last night. Okay. Here we go.
And this over here looks like, almost looks like Pittman, the one that stopped me last night.
John DeNicola says, this guy, I think you saved him from losing his car.
And, you know, I want to bring that, you know, of course, I'm going to bring it up here in a little bit again.
We'll wait till we get to that part.
Yeah.
So do you know who that gentleman is? That's the driver, right? Of the car?
The one that's
Okay.
the one that's got his shirt tucked in. Yeah, he's the driver of the car.
Is that you, Pittman? Yeah, he's not going to say anything.
Prayers for you, Frank Pants.
And you can see right here, he takes a picture of me from the other side of his car.
Right here?
He's not going to say anything.
We'll back it up.
He's not going to say nothing.
Oh, wait.
Anything.
Oh. Cam back.
Came back. Yep, that's exactly what it was. I don't know why he's worried about all that. At that point, he knew who I was. He has already got video footage of me from the traffic stop from the night before. But, you know, I think it's more of they try to retaliate or try to intimidate is more or less the word I'm looking for. They try to intimidate, but there's no intimidation.
Brumsky, hello. I don't know if I said hi or.
What did they stop you for? What was the reason for the stop? Livingston Parish deputy. Did they ask to search the car, or did they just search it?
He asked.
Oh, he asked.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't. Don't ever give permission because they.
Well, he cut
I've
me a
taught them-
break though,
Uh-huh.
because I don't have a plate on this. It's not registered. It's not insured.
He didn't even give you a ticket. He didn't give you a fine, or
No, because I handled it, the way I did. But they're posted up at the traffic circle.
So he's like, because I handled it the way that I did.
Yeah. Yeah. But he says that he knows all of his rights. Okay, look, people. I mean, this is the point I'm trying to get across. Because I use freedom of speech, I got a ticket that was a falsified ticket. But yet this guy right here, there could have been 3 tickets, and I'm glad they let him go. You know what I mean? With no citations or anything like that, which does make me wonder a lot of the times when we walk up on traffic stops. I've had cops pull people over right in front of me, and I walk up on the stop within 30 seconds. They see me walk up, and they will end that stop completely.
Right.
Of course, they write me a BS tickets, but then let this guy go off of 3 tickets, and they could have possibly towed his car. You know what I mean? So like John Denicola was saying earlier, it kind of makes you wonder, because I walked up, what else would they have done? Would they, at this point, because
Well, they probably would have towed his car for sure. You know what I mean? And he would have just really had a bad day. And it just really, I mean, oh, look, my opinion on police discretion is it needs to be gone with, qualified immunity, both of them. I mean, you have to keep everybody to the same standards. You know what I mean? Whether you're an officer or whether you're a citizen. So the law is the law. You know what I mean? Whatever the law is the law. That's just the way it has to be done. For to hold everybody accountable. I mean, it's because perfect example, you got pulled over for coming up to a stop sign. He says you stopped, but then implied later on that maybe you were just slowing down too fast for him, or too soon, or whatever the case may be. But you weren't impeding any traffic. There was nobody. It was it was desert. And then you have this stop, which happens the very next day, and he has several infractions and gets off scot clean.
Right. Of course. Like I said, I don't, and they do have a thing called officer discretion. They could either cite you or let you go with a warning, let you go with tickets, tow your
Right.
vehicle, and all this other stuff. But at the same time, it makes me wonder, because I showed up at the camera, what else they would have done to this poor dude. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it shows that the officer discretion, if they want to let you go, they can. And on a simple thing like mine, they should, if they're going to let this over $1,000 worth of fines that they could have given this guy for, the no insurance ticket here is $550 by itself in the state of Louisiana for no insurance.
Right.
But to cite me for a $150 ticket, and it was completely trumped up anyways. There was no ticket that should have been issued. But at the same time, they let this guy go, which, like I said, I'm glad. You know what I mean? If I do save people when I walk up on these traffic stops, and like I said, there's been several other traffic stops where I walk up on, and they immediately let the people go. But at the same time, I do want to tell everybody's story. I did walk up on one, and they let these people go. And I'm against drunk driving. You shouldn't be driving drunk, because there's kids and other stuff and other cars around you. But the one that I walked up on in Walker, Louisiana, they let the people go within 30 seconds of pulling them over once I walked up with the camera. And I was able to talk to the people in that car, and it was one of them situations. I think that they should have stayed and did their job correctly. I'm not there to end stops. I'm there to just give people their rights and inform people that they have a right to remain silent, not to answer questions. I'm just
Right.
basically helping the people out. I've always believed in the notion you're innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. That's what I've always believed in. And, I just basically, I don't ever tell these cops, but that was one situation that I believe that they shouldn't have been on the road. They were clearly drunk, and they clearly shouldn't have been on the road. And I wish the cops would have did their job right. But because I walked up on that traffic scene, they let these people that guy clearly was drunk, shouldn't have been driving away. And, like I said, it's a toss up, but I'm not there to end traffic stops. I'm there to just educate and let people know their rights, and when to be quiet, and when to, like I said, let the lawyers handle it, take it to court. And in this situation, I'm glad, this guy was clearly just on his way home from work, trying to support his family, his kids, and all this other stuff. Because, I had a good talk with him after this interaction. But, I understand times. I even told him, times are tough. I understand that, it's hard to pay for everything all at once. And, if you're not making enough, but for him to be let go off of this one kind of made me happy. But there is other situations where, like I said, I'm not there to end the traffic stops. I'm there to just inform people of their rights.
Right.
Because I hate seeing anything bad happen to anybody that doesn't, that don't deserve it.
Welcome in, awakened by the looking glass reflection. Gregory came in. Did Gregory come in? Welcome, Gregory. Oh, there you are. Sorry, missed you. And then we have Joseph that came in. Welcome in. So those were the recent ones. So of course, I'm sure you'll give us an update once you get or don't get the body cam of that recent one. And then so do you have any updates as far as the car wash, the famous car wash?
Yes, I do. I've had a couple of updates on my community page. I've been showing the emails that they've been sending to me. The first email, they say that the time was too extended, which I don't even know what that meant. It's on there. So what I do is I go
You said it's on
narrow
your
the time.
community?
Yes, it's on my community page. Yes.
Okay.
And I went in there for a second open records request, and I narrowed the time down a little bit. But they said that because, of course, I like to see what they say after they had messed with me in the car wash. So I tried to extend the body cam footage an extra 10, 15 minutes after they left me. But then they send me another email saying that in that 15 extra minutes that I asked for on the footage had another traffic stop after they messed with me at the car wash. Then they said that they could not give me the footage on that one either. And it's in the email stating that he had stopped somebody after he had stopped me at the car wash or approached me at the car wash. And then they said that they couldn't give it to me because they had stopped another person after that, and that guy hasn't gone to court yet, which it's an open case. And they said that they couldn't give me the footage, so now I'm gonna have to go in there a third time and fill out another open records request to narrow the time down a little bit more to maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm almost scared to, because I want to see what they said afterwards, of course. But I
Right.
want to narrow it down without catching that other traffic stop that was after mine, because they're just going to turn down the open records request again, saying that, oh well, he still had somebody else stop and we can't give you that footage until that other, whoever they stopped after me goes to court.
Right.
So they're
So
basically
so the
they're basically
email,
playing hardball.
right. And so the email also just allows us that, if they were just out there, trying to get one after another. I mean, for them to say that if you're requesting, I mean, even 5 minutes right after your stop, he must have bammed.
Oh yeah, of course. And and that's what they do. They knock them out left and right. It's a small city here in Louisiana, Walker, Louisiana. It's a small community, so I would imagine most of their revenue would come from tickets that they stopping people, and because
Right.
there's not too much of a tourist attraction there in that town. So the government still gives them money, but for them, I would love to, and I might even do that, pull some open records to see how much money they're actually pulling in off of tickets in that little bitty town. Because every time I tend to go through that town just going to grab something to eat, usually there's a cop watch somewhere, or they've got somebody stopped on a traffic stop.
Right. Right.
So I can imagine the revenue on their traffic stops there is pretty high.
So in this video, I mean, this one's been covered by several channels, right?
Correct.
Like you wanna shout them out or
Yeah.
say who's covered
Yeah.
you? Toot your
Yeah.
own
Of course.
horn. Toot toot.
Yeah. The first person I would love to thank, and I told him I owe my channel to him. He's the first one to help me out, is San Joaquin Valley Transparency. He's a great dude. I talk to him every other day. Uh, he's on the same page as me as far as a lot of things go. Lackluster also shared this video. We the People University also shared the video. He played another video before, uh, but yeah, several major channels. Joey Surreal Camera, I'd like to give out a shout out to him too. He does tremendous work out there. God bless his family members and stuff like that. So, but yeah, several channels, and I have you know, I do have Audit the Audit that will be covering this one as well. So
Awesome. Kudos. Kudos. And we're going to play this. If you haven't seen it, well, you're in for a hoot.
Job so I can continue with my night.
Okay.
Bye. Deuces, y'all are dismissed. You're dismissed.
You can grab your
Dismissed.
ID, but if you're going to use this business, you go ahead and use the business.
I'm going to dismiss. I don't even want to hear this. Go on. Dismiss. Goodbye. Y'all have a bad night because y'all deserve it. Y'all. Good night. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. I want to show y'all what retaliation really looks like. I went to go wash my car in Walker, and I pull over because I see this traffic stop, and the cop on scene ends up mad dogging me, letting that person go, by the way, because they know that I pulled up. But I continued on down the street to go wash my car, and they so happened to be sitting across the street in a empty parking lot. So I sit there and pulled out some quarters out of my center console, finished my cigarette, hung up on my phone call that I was on, and next thing I know, they come pulling up on me. Y'all want to see retaliation? This is retaliation, people. This is what we're up against. I don't care that I gave my ID up. This right here, I can't take that ride. I've got obligations at home. So y'all can judge if y'all want to. But at the same time, what I'm out here to do is expose what's really going on and how they harass innocent people for holding them accountable. So I want y'all to check this out and let me know what y'all think.
Caucasian says sexy
Y'all.
beast.
Out here in Walker, Louisiana.
yeah. Free mustache rides, but you know that. Come on. And this is the traffic stop that I got him on the way to the car wash. And, you know, I stand a good 10 feet back. I don't, you know, I didn't interfere. I'm just there to document and make sure that they don't try to get me out of the car and plant drugs, and because everybody knows that they've been known to do that kind of stuff out here.
So this is a stop right before you went to the car wash. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
This was about a quarter mile from the car wash where I went to go wash my car that night.
Okay. I think, didn't they say that you were following them or something like that?
Yeah, that's later on. That will be discussed, because this is another, like I was saying, this is another perfect example of retaliation for trying to hold the government accountable.
So to our new troll, Valentino, FYI, this gentleman has never been arrested, cop watching or anything like that. He's been illegally detained but never arrested. Just facts.
3 times in cuffs and back of cop cars.
And unit number 108.
I'll tell you what, we're doing something good tonight. I mean, we've had a few trolls. I haven't had trolls in my channel in quite some time. It's actually exciting.
And like always, you know, I shared the video, so there's no telling if some of these people were family or part of the police departments out here, because they do watch my page. So they definitely watch my page.
Right. You know you're doing something good when you have haters.
Always.
Mm-hmm. That one's over, people. So. Mad dogging. Loves the mad dog, I guess.
As a wise band,
This one wants to wave and say
NWA.
hi.
Fuck the police.
Look at this. Look at this right here.
Yes, Awakened. I'm still waiting for that email, sir. But just so you know, this is the gentleman that I was telling you about, truth be told, who is in Louisiana, who would join
Good, about
us.
yourself. Name and badge numbers.
Officer Chester, Walker Police Department.
How you doing? How you doing? And yours? Look at him running the plate. Look at this.
So as soon as they pull up on you, they're already running your plates.
Yeah,
Is
he
that
gets out
correct?
and immediately. Yeah, he immediately starts running. Calling in the plate number and stuff like that. And then here in a second, he threatens under threat of arrest. He asks for my ID. He reaches for his cuffs and everything. Threatened to arrest me. But he also, and you'll see here in a little bit, he also admits to basically retaliatory stop, because he admits that he said the same camera system that he has in his vehicle is the same one that catches me following them around on their traffic stops. So basically, he's admitting to the reason that he came up over on me at the car wash and threatened to arrest me for failure to ID. But clearly there was no failure to ID. He says I was loitering. But I was sitting at this car wash for 3 minutes, literally 3 minutes, and both of them actually admit that I was only there for 3 or 4 minutes. But they said I wasn't using the car wash because I was in the car, and I told them I couldn't reach or find, dig out my quarters out of my center console if I was out of the car. But yeah, this thing it down spirals real quick. Would you back it up?
No, no, my bad.
Come on, Craven, what you doing?
Huh?
Was this the car wash?
Car wash, yeah.
Car wash.
And that's how dumb he is. He doesn't know he's at a car wash.
You doing all right?
Yeah, about yourself, man.
Good. You got a license, registration, insurance on you?
4,
Or your license actually where I can identify you?
4.
Because you're loitering at this point. You're not using this business.
I bet you I got quarters out on my seat that I was fixing to wash my car.
Okay, well, you've been here.
I've been here for 4 minutes. I've been here for 4 minutes. I've already been here for
the owner.
Okay.
Loitering. You're not using
This is not loitering. This is not loitering.
You're not using the business.
So I can't use my phone. I can't hang up on the phone call. This is not loitering.
Can I have your ID, please, sir?
Craven, really? You really gonna go this far?
Can I have your ID, please, sir?
For sitting here for 3 minutes before I wash my car
Can I have your ID, sir?
and finish the cigarette before? For what crime? What crime do you suspect me of
I
committing?
just said you were loitering. I've always.
It's not loitering.
Yes, it is. It is.
I've been sitting here for 3 minutes and I've got it all on camera. I've got it all on camera.
No problem.
I've got it all on camera.
Can
Okay.
I see your ID, please?
For what
I
crime?
just said loitering.
Loitering. That is not loitering, sir.
Okay. Can you show me your ID, please, sir? One more time. Can I identify you, please, sir? I have a lawful right to identify you. You're committing a crime, loitering. If you don't identify yourself by state law,
I do notice the Cheeto on his jacket, and the Cheeto falls off here in a little bit, so he's definitely.
Oh,
1408.
right there.
Yes, and I noticed it. I was waiting for people in chat to notice it, but what you see right there, people, it is not a gummy bear. That is a Cheeto sitting on his jacket. So before he came over to the car wash, he was clearly eating Cheetos. You'll see it fall here in a little bit, and you can see him look down at the Cheeto when it falls. And I could just imagine what was going through his head. But yeah, he was eating Cheetos. It was somebody said he's a hamburger. I think he was a Cheeto eater.
That is so funny because I watched this a few times and I did not see that. So that was crazy.
Cheetos, baby. Cheetos, baby.
I'm gonna make a short on that one.
14.108.
You're failing to identify yourself.
It's not failure to ID if there's no crime being committed.
You are
I've
committing a crime.
got quarters. I've already showed the quarters on my passenger seat. I had to finish. I was trying to finish my cigarette before I washed my car.
Can you give me your ID, please?
You really want to go this way? All right, watch this, people. Rights violations, 4th Amendment rights
Yes,
violations.
awakened.
Right here.
Really.
This is a 4th Amendment rights violation right here, people. I was finishing my cigarette, fixing to wash my car because it's dirty, and he wants to come up and violate my 4th Amendment rights right here. No, this is a 4th Amendment right to my papers, persons, and for committing no crime. There's no crime. There's no crime being. I don't give a shit what you got to say. There's no crime being committed here. I was fixing to wash my car. I was finishing my cigarette. I've been here for 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and it's all on camera, so you're about to look stupid in front of everybody. What's your badge number? 34. I already got 32 fired because of some stupid shit like this, and Craven knows who the hell I am.
Breaking news, welcome in.
Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you all my quarters again. I was gonna
Edward
wash my
Reed,
car with.
welcome.
They're all right here.
And see, I show the quarters. I was
My
clearly
cigarette,
there
just
too.
wash my car, and he decides to come over and tell me I am loitering.
Well, I mean, he didn't even give you the opportunity to show him the quarters yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
So Cheeto punishment.
Hey, but I think it's funny because I love Cheetos too. Because if you back it up, look at my passenger seat. I got a bag of Cheetos sitting there too.
That's funny. We'll have to. Yeah, hold on. I want to see the Cheetos. Where does it fall off?
It falls off right whenever after he calls it in and everything. You'll see he notices it too. He sees it fall, which I think is funny. Like I said, I can imagine what was going
I'm
through.
using this business.
So we've been sitting over there for over 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
So we're
4
judging this whole
minutes.
4 minutes. Yeah, he admitted I was there for 4 minutes.
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
And I was 4 minutes.
Up over 3 and 4 minutes.
So we've been
3 or 4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes.
Dude, it takes 6 minutes. It takes 6 minutes to smoke my cigarette. It takes 6 minutes to smoke my cigarette. It takes 6 minutes to smoke my cigarette. Well, that's fine. Yes, and I'm recording the whole entire thing. Oh my God! Yeah, right, dude.
So you're not using this business at all. Where are your quarters at?
They're right here. Right here. They're right there in the passenger seat.
Okay.
They're right there. See them all lined up across the seat right there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Cheesy
Okay,
Puff
but I
Cheetos,
have a right to
guys.
smoke a cigarette before I wash my car, you idiot.
Okay.
Idiot.
That's fine.
Y'all are fisting. Craven's fisting to get fired. Y'all just lost y'all's qualified immunity. Yeah,
I'm
y'all just
watching
lost
the
y'all's qualified
Cheeto.
immunity. Yep.
Oh, you'll see it.
I'm gonna tell you this one time, okay?
I'm washing my car.
Are you gonna listen to me?
I don't have to listen to you. That's the thing. I'm washing my car. Now, did you run my driver's license so I can continue with my night?
Can I talk to you or not?
I have no reason to listen to what you got to say. I'm just going to wash my car
All he was
after I
doing
finish
was
my cigarette.
identifying you.
But it is a Fourth Amendment violation for no crime being committed.
You were committed a crime. Loitering is a crime.
Loitering is. I have been
Loitering
sitting here
is
for
a
3 minutes.
crime.
Listen to this, people. Listen to
Loitering
this.
is a crime.
This is ignorance.
It's on camera. The owners,
Exactly.
the
3
owners
minutes,
have
4 minutes.
called
I've been
us
sitting here.
several times about people sitting here doing unlawful things.
I'm
Unlawful
I'm
things, doing
finishing my
unlawful
cigarette
things.
and fixing to wash my car.
So
That gives me a right to sit here for 3 minutes until I finish my cigarette.
gives me a right to identify you because
It does
loitering
not.
at
You're
the same
wrong. You're
time.
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Okay, you're right. I'm right.
No, you're wrong.
Did you hear what he said right there, right?
Crazy. Is the same camera system that you're talking about? Is the same camera system
Right here.
been following us around making traffic
I
stops?
have every right to
So you-
follow
Yeah,
you. I
right
have every
there.
right to keep my
So
government
I have
accountable.
every right to identify you when you're committing a crime.
I have not
I
committed
have
no
a-
crime. I have not
every
committed
right
no
to
crime. I have
identify
not
you.
committed a crime. I should have let you take me to jail. Is what I should have did. I should have refused the ID, and you should have taken me to jail because I would have had your badge. You want to go? You want to go ahead and turn it in now? Take off the whole clown costume. Take off the whole clown costume. I am clean. I know I don't have nothing wrong with me.
Said negative 17.
That's right. -17. But you're out with somebody. See, I know. And you're talking about 14108. It is failure to ID for not giving ID whenever it is lawfully reasoned. But it is not. It is. So if somebody decides to pull up in a car wash and dig quarters out of their console and have a cigarette before they wash their car, they're not allowed to do that.
But you've been
If
sitting
you're
here.
out of your car,
I cannot dig in my center console to get quarters out when I'm out of my car.
showing that you're actually using the business, I have no problem with that.
But I have proof that I'm using this
You
business.
don't have proof. You don't have because
You don't have proof that I'm not using this business.
Okay, I was over there sitting
For
there.
3 minutes, 4 minutes. You even said on camera that it was 4 minutes.
We can
Just go.
So I guess the question would be like, what is considered too long to use a business? That is so retarded.
Oh yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Go on,
Retaliation
go on, go do y'all's job so I can continue with my night.
Catching him following
Bye.
him around on
Deuces,
traffic
you're dismissed. You're dismissed.
You can grab your
Dismissed.
ID, but if you're going to use this business, you go ahead and use the business.
I'm going to dismiss.
If you're going to use the business, after all of this hot mess stuff, right? If you're going to use a business, go ahead and use the business. Then what was the purpose of all of that?
Retaliation. He, Craven. I'm sure that's why I want to get the body cam footage. I'm sure that they might not have been turned on, but that's the reason I'm going before the stop a little bit because I want to see if while they were over there across the street, if they were plotting anything against me. You know what I mean?
Or right, if they were, talking. Yeah, I got it. I mean, that would
Right.
be good.
Let's go get them. Yeah. Well, yeah. If I could get that, but it kind of makes me wonder if that's the reason they're not giving me the records request that I'm asking for, or beating around the bush with it, because they know that they said something that they shouldn't have, or
I
admitting
would have.
retaliation,
You know what?
admitting.
I mean, Awaken says turn it on, use it while they're standing there. No, that would have been excellent. You know what I mean? Like as they're still standing there, you go put your quarters and it starts spraying. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know. They might
Yeah.
be.
What?
They might get you for abuse by water or something. I don't know.
Right. Well, just like John Danicola just asked, he asked me if I talked to the owner of the business. The owner of this car wash, I did find out the owner of this car wash does have a contract signed with Walker Police Department because there is a lot of drug activity that goes on there. There's spray paint on the walls where people vandalize, but they do have a contract signed with the police department to kick people off the property. But at the same time, I don't think that that they should just, after 3 or 4 minutes of sitting there, be able to harass somebody. If that was even the case, to harass somebody, I'm sure
Right.
that the owner of the business probably doesn't agree or like, police bothering people for sitting there for 3 or 4 minutes before they decide to wash their car. But I do know that they do have a contract signed to be able to trespass people. If they have a contract signed, they could
Right.
trespass people from you. So, but they do have a contract signed with the Walker Police Department to kick people off the property. But I don't think that they would appreciate, a situation like mine if they didn't know who I was. But like I said, I know they know who I. Because Craven's, I've had other interactions with Corporal Craven in the past, and
Right.
that's why whenever he walked up, I was like, what you doing, Craven? Because I already knew that, that he was probably going to be tyrannical towards me. And sure enough, you know what I mean? He
Yeah. Let's
decided
finish
to try to
this.
get my idea. So yeah.
Dismiss. I don't even want to hear this. Go on. Dismiss. 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 Goodbye. Y'all have a bad night because y'all deserve it. Y'all. Good night. Good night. Get out of here. This is what you call ignorance of the law. Fourth Amendment violation. I will have your badge, Craven. I will have it. You're welcome. Now get out of here. Make sure you keep your mouth shut. You have the right to remain silent. Use it. You should. Yes, right. You have a right to remain silent. Check this out, people. ID hungry, cravey people.
Right, John. So,
Do sit.
hey, bam! Perfect time. So, John was saying you would think that the owner would be the one to set a reasonable time to utilize the business. And that really would be, I guess, something like just to do on the side, if you can actually get a hold of the business, you know what I mean? And like talk to them. Like, I'm sure they have the contract and all that's legit, but we all know that the business owner, you know what I mean? Like, why is
Yeah, of
4
course.
minutes too long, right? I mean, that would be,
Right. Well, I mean, of course, most car washes, they're 24 hours. And, but I believe that, if they didn't know it was me, whether they did or didn't know that it was me, they should give people, I mean, there with the Louisiana statute on it, as far as loitering goes, it says for a protracted amount of time. 3 or 4 minutes is clearly not a protracted amount of time. I would guess that, I understand loitering would maybe be over 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then, maybe approach somebody at that point. But after 3 minutes, and that's the reason I do believe it was a retaliatory stop, because like I said, Craven knows who I am out here. Officer Craven knows who I am out here. And, he admits that, the same camera system that, caught them there with me is the same camera system that caught me following them around on traffic stops. And that's when I set them straight on that and told them, we have every right to hold our government accountable. But you know what I mean? It was clear retaliation on this situation. And even the people that highlighted the video, they're smart auditors. They know what's going on. They clearly saw that it was a retaliatory stop. So, but of course, like I said, I'm aiming people. I'm trying to get that body cam footage and dash cam footage. But of course,
well, go ahead and get me the information for that car wash and and we'll
Of
have a
course,
couple
yeah.
people make a couple phone calls and help out. You know what I mean? And I just wanted I wanted to show X Havoc said, "Truth be told, file a complaint and let the Cheeto fall where they may."
Oh yeah. See, and I should have got him for littering. I should have told him you shouldn't be littering. But I, at the time, of course, I didn't see the Cheeto fall. Oh, but believe me, I would have said something. I would have said something. But of course, at that moment, when you got tyrants in your face, reaching for handcuffs and stuff like that, I wasn't paying attention to the Cheeto. I had my own in the car, so I didn't want his. That's good.
Toe said, "Pay the ticket. You wasn't gonna wash your car, bro."
Oh yeah, I got you, Toe. I got you.
I mean, you could have had Cheeto fingerprints,
Hmm.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, we look forward to, once all the stuff comes in and stuff, we'll definitely do a catch up with you. I enjoy watching your stuff. You've gotten a lot better through the years. You're my mentor. I've learned from you. Um, and yeah, so that's that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's what I'm out there to do, is educate. And I love showing people what really goes on. And a lot of people talk about complaints. A lot of people talk about lawsuits. A lot of people talk about a lot of different things that we should do. But I believe, I want, my purpose is to get it stuck in people's head. Under the First Amendment, we have a thing called petition our government for redress of grievances. That, I believe, does more to the ego of these tyrants than any complaint form or any lawsuit. Of course, stick with it, follow up, do the complaints. I have gotten a few officers out of the positions here in Louisiana from filing complaints. But at the same time, make sure you petition your government, because, like I said, I think that does more help out of anything that you could do. Complaint forms can go in the trash. Lawsuits don't come out of their pockets. But when you have to have them dealing with the, people petitioning their government, I believe does a lot to help out any situation, or any auditor or cop watcher that's out there. It does a lot for them. So,
And there you go. And real quick, everybody, JC News Now is still in. He could use our help. X Havoc, I know you have the links for JC News Now. Oklahoma, if you're still around, if you'll drop Four Corners. We got to try
yeah,
to,
you
I mean,
definitely need our support.
united,
Yeah.
we got to stand, guys. So there's a lot of drama out there, and I'm going to have a Friday fuckery one of these days, because I am just, anyway. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming in. Thanks, truth be told. I appreciate it. I
Of course.
always enjoy
Thanks
our
everybody in the
streams.
chat.
Thank you,
Yep.
everybody. We had like 56 people watching at once, so that was pretty cool. Right now, we have an awesome 36. We love everybody. The lurkers, thank you for watching. Trolls, awesome for coming in.
Thanks for the support.
Yeah, right. And yes, please go look at Truth Be Told's channel. He has a great channel. If you like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. And with
Yep.
that being
Much
said,
appreciated.
boom. Chittles, bitches.